Okay, we are live. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
I was just telling the ladies I'm nervous. I don't know how to talk about books. I only know how to talk about wax. So
We can talk about that too.
and that's why the group is combined. Let's see.
Let's see.
What are y'all warming today?
What am I warming?
Yeah, good question.
I was warming Pink Sugarberry Mint by Scentsy, but I had to take it out. I hated it.
Oh,
Yeah, I hated it.
What?
Yeah, it was like really medicinal. Like I didn't like it at all.
Oh,
Had to take it out. It smelled like cough syrup, kind of.
that's not good.
I
Yeah.
can't do that either.
Now I have peony petals.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I got one more than I thought I would.
Peony petals?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I need to re-smell it now that my nose is different.
Yeah, I'll send you some.
Summer, Steph commented on my video the other day. We're talking about florals. She's like, maybe you would like peony petals now. I'm like, that's a stretch. I don't know.
Oh, God. It's
No.
strong.
Steph was like, I like it. And we're like, what?
I like it too.
Stop.
I smelled it for the first time recently, and I got it in a box. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, absolutely no way. And then I smelled it and I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. And I'm not a floral girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
It kind of gives like floral body care to me. And I think that's why I like it.
Okay.
I agree. When I first smelled it, I was like, this smells like a high-end like body cream, like from Lancome or something. Like that's what it reminds me of.
I can see that.
Well, now I want to smell it again.
I'm gonna send you some.
I'm melting rose-colored glasses from Second and Spruce.
Ooh.
Speaking of floral, it's pretty.
Ooh.
Julia's melting teddy bees laid on the beach and strawberry boom boom.
Ooh.
Yeah. Sounds good. I love laid on the beach.
Me too.
Summer, I'm actually melting something that you sent me. I realized the Birdie's Making Sense Sugar Cookie Royale and Zucchini Bread.
Do you love it?
I love it.
Her combo is so good.
Is that Hannah's baby?
That's strawberry white cake zucchini bread. That is
Also
my girl too, for sure.
I've heard so much about that one. I've never tried it, but
I will send you some. I have like
hang on. Is it the strawberry I would like though?
It's strawberry white cake.
Do you like
that fresh strawberry though?
No.
Okay.
Do you feel like fresh picked strawberry smells like chapstick?
I feel like it smells like milk gone bad.
Me too. Me too.
Like something is.
I couldn't remember if you. Yes.
And so every strawberry scent I try, I'm like, what type of strawberry is it? Because don't send me your scent.
I'm the exact same way, and I think you would like it.
I've never heard anybody dislike it. I'll say that. So.
Yeah, that's true.
It's hard to get your hands on though.
I have the extra from when I thought she was closing that I will send to you. I bought like 12 brittle.
I have a lot too. I like stockpiled it.
I thought it was going away forever.
It's always selling out.
Like high key panicking because I'm like, that's the one scent that I can't live without from Birdie's. Like I love it.
Fantasy Wax Melts is really similar.
It is.
Yeah.
Her zucchini bread and sugar cookie royale is similar. It's oh my god, it's so good.
I'm just gonna text Ashley. So Ashley Overly is supposed to join us. I'm just gonna send her a message that we're starting.
That's so funny. Sherry said the same thing. She thinks it smells like yogurt, like fresh picked strawberry. To me,
it's like something off, like something gone wrong.
You know, the first strawberry I've ever tried, it was back in like 2016 or something. It was from Sassy Girl Aroma. And I thought that it had just gone bad. Like I thought that was the sign of oils gone bad or something. And then as I tried more, I'm like, oh no, this is just the scent. So yeah, I don't know what it is.
That's wild. I think everybody loves strawberry pound cake though. We can all agree on that, right?
I love strawberry pound cake.
Yeah.
I can always do strawberry pound cake.
Okay, sent her a message. So hi, Christine.
Christine's
in the house.
Okay, this book, you guys. Stephanie, you picked a fantastic book. Oh my gosh.
Yes, she did.
Thank you. I loved this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love.
it was freaking great.
It was unputdownable. It's
Yeah.
one of those books that I had to stay up just to see. Like, I could not wait to finish it.
Those two
Yeah.
finished like immediately. And
I
they were
know.
waiting on me, and I was trying to slow it down because I was like, man, we've got like a month. I don't want to go too fast because I'm
Yes.
gonna forget, but by the time we get close. But they were just dying because they had finished it. And I'm like, okay, I better read it really quick. And
Yes.
it was
I
amazing.
kept seeing everyone post in the Facebook group, like, oh my God, I finished it. And it was so good. And I was like, all right, I have to start this book. I need to know.
Yes.
It was so good. I mean, I have like a longer commute to work, and I just listened to it on audio. I'd go home and read it because it's like I need to know what happens next. It was really good.
And I feel like I read a lot of thrillers. That's my, I would say, number one genre. So it really takes a lot for something to super stand out and for me to really rank high. And this one did it for sure. So
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah.
I agree too.
I had never even heard of it until Stephanie, and I was like, that sounds so good.
It was a book of the month book at one point last year.
Okay.
That's where I first heard of it.
Yes, Christine, you should listen to the audiobook.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, now that you guys are going into the office every day, you'll have a little more car time.
Yeah, it's true.
That is one good thing about it. I'm in Crescent City book 2 now. Have you still been reading it, Alexis?
No, I haven't here actually. Oh my God, you're so far.
I'm halfway through book 2 for my commute. I'm obsessed.
Oh my God, that's like a cinder block. Why is that book so big?
That is huge.
How many pages is that?
Jesus.
Like 800. Wait, you finished book 1 already?
I did.
Do you love it?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I did.
Guys, I've got 7.
How do y'all read more than one book? I get so confused.
Me too.
I got an audio book, a physical book.
Yeah.
I got this sucker. This one's huge. This is in its own category.
Oh, that's very intimidating.
I'm
how do you
always
even
reading
hold
at
it?
least 2.
Yeah.
How?
1 on audio, 1 physical. That's how or sometimes 3, and I'll do 1 on Kindle because I don't like to read a physical book at night with a light. I like to read lights out with my Kindle.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll want to read, but I don't want to read the physical book that I've started because I don't want to use the light. So that's what always gets me.
Yeah, guys, it's a weapon.
I read it on audio, so I listened to it. I had no idea it was that large. That is humongous.
You could pick this in one hand and a VCS Blossom bar in the other, and you would really have dual action weapons.
It's a workout picking that book up. My God.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we
Jeez.
just finished Kingdom of Ash from the Throne of Glass series, and that was bigger than this. So
It was?
Oh my God.
yeah, 100 pages.
Oh, wow.
200 pages. Kingdom of Ash is 1,000 pages.
I haven't read a physical book in so long because I usually have a kid in my bed and I can't turn the light on, like you said. So I usually just read on black screen on my phone. And I don't know how big books are anymore. Wow.
Okay, I've come prepared
Oh, I love that.
for book club. So
Yes.
I have questions for all of us and for you in the comments if you read the book to answer. Let's see. Rate this book on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. Why did you give the book the rating that you did?
You had to just throw us off with the 10, right?
Yeah. No, but it's good.
Well,
It's
or
making
1
me
to 5,
think.
whichever, Rate the book. What's your normal scale?
I gave it 5 stars out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
And that's big for a thriller, like you said before.
I liked it because I like to read thrillers like Frida McFadden, but I feel like I can always pick out who it is. And it's just not, I mean, sometimes I can't, but you know what I mean? It's easy to figure it out. I feel like this one was not. There were so many twists. I mean, I think I kind of, even if I was okay, I think it's this person and going down this track, even something about the twist would just throw me, especially the end. I was shook, y'all. I was so shook.
Yes. Oh my God, the end, my jaw was to the floor. I was
just
like,
somebody finish this book so we could talk about it. My God, oh my goodness, like so much crap. And so I thought that was awesome.
I told you guys, but I kind of thought that Mr. Blue Eyes was, what was the man's name? Billy?
Yeah.
Billy, right. I kind of thought that maybe it possibly could be him, only because she introduced him so late. Or, I'm sorry, I think the author's a man, but introduced him so late into the book. I'm like, who is this guy? Maybe he's got something to do with it. So I was still surprised. Like, I wasn't fully expecting it, but I was kind of thinking maybe something was weird about him.
I was with Summer and Steph. I was shook, but I did notice that there was a point in one of their first meetings where she specifically, or he, the author, pointed out the color of his eyes being brown and like emphasized at a point like that he had brown eyes. And I was like, why is that detail being emphasized? And then I guess they got me because I was like, oh, well, it's definitely not him. He has brown eyes. But then when they were like, he changed the contacts, I was like, ugh.
That's good sleuthing. They try to throw a little bit of a red herring to get you. I
didn't even pick that up. I didn't even think twice about it. Honestly,
I just remember thinking that it was like weird because like based on the rest of the writing, they weren't always as descriptive about random details like that. So I was like, why is this important?
Yeah, sure. Said I figured Billy would be Mr. Blue Eyes. Yes.
Yes.
I would hope it would be somebody we knew. I hate books that throw in a random character and you're like, what? It's that person. I want it to be somebody that we've interacted with. So yeah, that was nice.
I was thinking about the Ruth thing, like how it was when we figured out it was a different period of time. I was like, okay, she's the same person.
Yeah, I was straight up like jaw on the ground.
Really?
I read Thanksgiving 2007.
And I lost it. As soon as I saw Thanksgiving, I was like,
Stephanie and I talked about this. I'm like, I lost my mind. And I went back to the copyright page. I was like, when was this published? It's like, is this an old book?
Yeah.
And then it was like, no, 2023, 24, whatever. And I was like, oh my God. And I texted Summer and stuff. I was like, I bet Ruth is Naomi. And then like the next chapter, it was Naomi.
We were like,
yeah, that was
Summer's like, really?
He did such a good job with the time jump. Like that really got me. I did not see it coming, but then looking back, it makes sense. And I loved that twist. Like that got me better than a twist has gotten me in a long time.
That was the best twist. What about you guys in the comments? Were you shocked when it was Thanksgiving 2017 versus a present day Thanksgiving? I was shooketh.
Absolutely shooketh.
Yeah, a great twist.
Yes, I agree.
I want to read more of his books. Like
me too. I have to look more into him and see what he's written because I haven't heard of him.
I saw he doesn't really have a whole lot of standalone books. He's got like a big series, so I don't know. Maybe he'll
write more.
Yeah, maybe he'll start writing.
Yeah, start a petition.
I was also impressed because sometimes you can tell when a male author has written a woman, but with him, he wrote both female main characters really well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, Sherry, I was the same. I was like, I don't understand how Ruth and Amanda fit together. I couldn't figure it out.
Me too.
I
didn't get how the characters like were tied together. And for a while, I thought Farrell was suspicious.
Oh, I thought he was suspicious up until
and then I was waiting for something to happen. I was like, when are they gonna like spill the tea about Farrell? Like, when is he gonna be the bad guy? And then I got to the end. I'm like, wait. And then I was like, Billy and Farrell, and then I'm thinking about what happened with them both throughout the book. And I'm like, it wound up being Billy. Like, the whole time I just thought Farrell was going to be thrown in, like, somehow.
So did I.
Yeah.
I don't know. With Billy, I was like, I don't trust this guy. You know, he's sitting outside the house. Like, I don't trust this guy. Well, then I feel like when they were at that coffee shop, and I was like, okay, he turned his computer around. He's helping her. He has the same story. This could be lies. Like, of course, I'm just, like, skeptical. And I don't know what turned it around for me because I'm like, why did I just feel like he was like on her side so hard? And it shook me so much. I don't know. I missed the brown eyes thing too. I think I remember reading it and I was like, okay, cool. It's definitely not him.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember that, but that makes sense.
Oh, I thought it was the husband for a little bit, and then he, jumped out the window and kind of was that.
Wasn't that crazy?
Holy cow.
And him killing that guy. So I told Stephanie and Summer this is I don't know. This book was based off of Alfred Hitchcock's Stranger on a Train, movie, I think it is. And Sherry said, R.I.P. Scott. We don't feel bad for him. He killed an innocent man.
Yeah.
But Alfred Hitchcock used to have a show back in the 60s called Alfred Hitchcock Presents. And it was like 30-minute mystery stories on TV. And the very first episode, I know because I've watched some of the show. The very first episode is about a man and a woman. And the woman, like a husband and wife, the woman gets attacked. And she thinks she knows who the attacker is, and she points him out. And the husband goes and kills this attacker. And then a couple hours later, she's like, oh, there he is. There's the guy that attacked me. And the husband's like, what? So it really was kind of the same scenario here. And I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if the author was trying to play off of that or not, but thought that was another Alfred Hitchcock connection, potentially.
I like.
Never in a million years would have thought it wasn't the guy in the restaurant though, because she heard his voice, she saw his, and then he said "sweetheart," and I was like, "Oh my god, it's him!"
Yep.
Yeah, I would have never thought that either.
Yeah,
because why would a random man be like, "I hope your wife feels better"? The weird stuff you was saying. Nobody would say that to you.
Right.
Yeah.
Weird.
Okay. See. Did you find the author's writing style easy to read or hard to read, and why? How long did it take you to get into the book? 3 seconds.
Yeah. The first 5 pages. I thought he was very easy to read. Like, I think it was very, I don't know. I think it was great transition from character to character. I think it was very easy to follow along.
The chapters were really short.
Yeah.
And everyone left on kind of a little bit of a cliffhanger almost.
Mm-hmm.
That made you want to keep reading.
I love multiple POV. So as soon as they introduced the third point of view, I was like really into it. When it was just Ruth and I forget her name. Amanda, yes. I got more into it when they introduced Pharaoh. I like the multi.
Yeah.
But the writing was so fast paced.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes multi POV can get me confused. I'm like, there's too many characters, there's too much going on. I don't know what's happening, but not this one at all. This one was very well done.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
So it looks like he's got another series, Eddie Flynn series.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to look into that.
I think
that's the one that's
book
13
in March.
I thought he's got like one real long series.
Steph, were you not talking about that? We saw like it was like a 5-star read. It was called 13, but it was like the middle of his series or something. Was that you and I?
Was that it? Was that in this series?
13? Is that what it was? It was a book by him, or maybe?
Yes.
I feel like he does
his
have a
books
book
do
called
sound interesting,
13.
but I didn't find many. We found like a series. That might be it then?
So
there's one called 13.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the middle of the series and it's so high rated. And I was like, well, we need to start that series because I need to read this. I need more.
Wow.
An easy read, but not a simple read. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that because for me, I sometimes find with just the super fast-paced thrillers, they don't have a lot of substance. And I prefer like the slow burn mystery, like really, really drawn out and not always as much like the cat and mouse back and forth. But he did it so well with this one. Like the scene when Amanda was hiding from Pharaoh and they were in that house going back and forth. I was like my heart was racing. And normally those types of thrillers don't get me like that, but I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You kept thinking he was going to come. Like, this would make a great movie.
Yes.
It would.
Or
yeah. Oh my God.
Series or something. You know, like you think he's about to come and take the covers off the bed and be able to see her and look under her. But yeah.
I want to be like, you idiot. Of all places, you go under the bed.
I know.
That.
I know.
I must be like, why do you jump out the window? I don't care about your bum knee. Like, jump out the window at this point.
I don't care about your knee. Get up.
Yeah. Go.
Get up.
Go. But when she was fighting that guy in the yard, I was so scared he was going to kill her. You guys, I was terrified. I was like, what are you doing? Like, just abort. Don't even.
Stacey said she was terrified.
Oh God.
Well, hopefully the March book is a little low key compared to this one. So as far as scary.
Well, Stacey, did you like it? Even though it was something different for you, are you glad you tried something different, or do you think you'll try any more thrillers? Like, what did you think of it? Because I think a majority of us are like thriller readers and enjoy thrillers. So
yeah,
she's like, the next time you guys read a thriller book, I'm out.
I'll check in with you guys next month.
Yeah, I'll see you next month. That's a good question. Who would you cast? And I think I have that on my sheet too.
Oh,
if this was going to be a movie. Who would be Scott? Who would be Ruth?
Oh God,
who would be
such a good question.
Amanda?
Ooh, I put Gerard Butler as Billy because I love him.
But he's so cute, and Billy's a psycho.
I know. But I just want him to have like an intense. I want him to have an intense role.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like
or
him.
Ian Somerhalder, because he has blue eyes. He can play a villain. Oh,
he can play a villain. We know he can play the villain. Oh my God.
I have no idea who that is.
Damon in Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
Stephanie.
I never
you never watched it?
I know.
Oh,
Damon send you a picture of him. Hold on.
My sister-in-law's like favorite show.
Hold on, let me get the photo I have next to my bed.
I can't.
Alexis got a framed picture.
He is so freaking cute. Oh my God.
Hang on. I'm literally gonna.
Especially in that show. He played a good role.
I feel like you'll know him if you see him.
Yeah. I don't know what else he's played in, if anything. Yeah. Melissa says he's such a hunk. I agree. There's something about like dark black hair and baby blue eyes. Like that combination. Oh my word. Stacey likes Vampire Diaries. That's good. Not too scary.
Wait, so who would you cast as Amanda? What's she supposed to look like?
I don't remember. See, I can't picture either her or Ruth in my mind.
Me either.
I pictured Ruth as a blonde and Amanda as a brunette, and I don't even know what
me too. Me
like.
Too.
You did? Of course you did, twin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pictured Amanda like kind of, I don't know, just like basic. Like I just picture like long brown hair, dressed very casual.
Yeah.
I didn't picture her as like a tomboy. I just picture her as like a casual. I don't know. She didn't stand out to me as like having like a standout personality or anything.
Yeah. She was just an average woman that had something really horrible happen to her.
Mm-hmm. Who should we cast?
I feel like the first scene, the very first chapter, she's sanitizing the gun in the baby bottle sanitizer. And that first chapter.
Yeah, that was so odd.
I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be this type of book. Like, what's happening? Like, this is already crazy. That very much stuck out to me. So,
wait, you said you pictured her as a brunette, right, Amanda?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys in the comments think?
Girl's name from the hold on.
I can't even think of an actress's name right now.
I know, I'm like, I can see her, but I can't remember what her name is. Anne Hathaway?
I could even see like Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
For
Anne
Amanda.
Hathaway is playing Verity.
Stop.
Oh, that's a good cast.
Anne Hathaway. I was like, she just looks like,
Yeah.
She's cute, but not,
Mhm.
it's like a, I think she'd be good.
Yeah, but I felt like Verity, you guys have read Verity, right?
Yes.
Yes. I felt like Verity, she should have been a blonde.
I thought Verity would be like Amy Adams.
Who is Amy Adams?
From Gone Girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that more than Anne Hathaway. So I'm excited.
Oh, I could see her as like Ruth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Adams. Yeah, I could see that too. Actually.
Jennifer Gardner. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
she's
that's
really
true.
pretty, but maybe a little more simple kind of in looks. Yeah. Okay. If you were to write a sequel to the novel, would you be more interested in following Mr. Blue Eyes or looking back to Ruth's early murders?
Oh, back to Ruth by far.
Yeah, I want to know why she is wired the way
I would
she
watch
is.
her read her whole story.
I would want both 2 and 3. I want to know why. I want his story. I want to know why he started doing it. I want to know how he picks the people.
True.
Good
point.
to know.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have a great understanding of why he went after her. Just like he was just a serial killer and he just picked a random house. Is that?
Yeah, I think that's part of why it was so shocking to me at the end that it was him, because I'm like, first of all, he was thrown into the book like halfway through, if not a little later, and it was so random. And he's so eager to work with her, and at the end to find out it was him, I'm like, okay, but why? Like, why is he like this?
Yeah, we basically know nothing about him. I think that's we
that's
don't.
True.
Yeah,
true.
That's very true. I also want to understand why Scott just threw himself off a balcony. Like,
right.
That was
so impulsive. All of his choices were throwing me off.
Yeah.
That kind of just was like, I feel like it came out of nowhere. I mean, building up, you could sort of see it, but then you're just like, holy cow, that was just like very impulsive. Very sudden.
Like, I feel like he was already somewhat unhinged just because of the fact that he went ahead and killed the random dude with like no evidence. He just like believed her based on like one word and was like, okay, I'll go kill him then. And I remember thinking like, you didn't even like confirm that this was the right person at the time. And
plus you're in a hotel.
Yeah.
You're going to be, there's cameras.
Yeah,
like,
that was.
And there's people next door. Like the rooms are like right beside. Like,
they're murdering someone.
The same delusion as her. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I definitely felt for her in the beginning, like her being so panicked. And that one time she left the room to go to the vending machine and she freaked out because that other
old man. Yeah.
That old man's like, what the fuck? Like,
like that poor guy.
Yeah. He was like, sorry.
Wait, but remember when she was watching on the TV and she then thought the police person was Mr. Blue Eyes? I thought that was for sure going to end up being the real Mr. Blue Eyes, and that's how Farrell would tie in. And I was so set on that I like didn't even see Billy coming because I was dead set on that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you also thought Farrell was suspicious because I could not put it, like, I couldn't get it out of my mind.
Yeah, I never had that suspicion of him, I guess.
Really?
Mm-mm. I think I was more trying to connect Ruth with Amanda and trying to figure that part out. I don't know. Yeah, I never felt suspicious of him.
I kind of felt it that way because he worked both of their cases, and I'm like, is he doing it because it's him and he's like trying to lead them off? And I feel like it's kind of a lot of times it's the cop, and so you're just like, is he really a good guy or?
Yeah, that red herring got me. Hook, line, and sinker.
Okay. Which of the narrative voices, so either Ruth, Amanda, or Scott, did you find the most compelling? And who was the least compelling? I really liked Amanda, I think.
I liked Amanda a lot. I liked them all, but I think hers would be my favorite too.
I agree. I thought Scott was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like I felt like his whole character revolved around what was happening to Ruth and not really anything going on with him outside of that. I don't know.
He was boring until he killed the dude and jumped out the window.
Yeah.
I remember I texted
you got interesting real fast.
Crazy. I don't know what's happening.
He went from boring to holy wow.
Yeah, it was like 0 to 100 and then he was dead. So I was like, what?
I think I sympathize most with Amanda just because I don't know if we just knew, like, you know, she was struggling and she lost like her daughter and her husband tragically. And I just felt for her more. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. In that first page where she talks about her daughter being kidnapped and killed and then her husband killing himself, it was all within a page or two. I literally had to put the book down. I was like, okay, just take a breath and then go back to it because that was an intense.
Yeah, it was a lot for a second.
Very heavy.
The Kindworth killing.
Love that. I love the Kindworth killing.
I just read the third book in the series. I didn't even know there was a third book.
Yeah.
There is?
I just finished that. It's called A Talent for Murder. Yeah, I just finished it. It was really good. Maybe
I loved it. Everyone was talking badly about it. I thought it was great.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
I did not like the Kindworth saving very much. I thought that was okay. But I liked the third one. I love the Kindworth killing. Great book if you are looking for a good thriller.
Yes, I would say it's similar to this one, but much slower paced. Like,
yes, I agree.
I don't think that you really even get much into like 40%, but it's so worth it.
It's a very similar premise. It is. They swap killings. But yeah, that one's really good. Yes, there's a third. I didn't know either. Actually, I was browsing the library the other day. I don't go to the library super often, but sometimes I like to just go and look around because I'll see books that I've never heard of. And I saw that book and I thought, oh, there's a standalone Peter Swanson I've never read. What?
Yeah, he really threw me off.
And I was like, oh my God, it's a third. So yeah, it's short, really short too.
You said it wasn't good?
No, it was.
It was good. A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was really good.
I need to read it.
I didn't like the second one, the Kindworth saving as much.
I don't know that I read
fine,
that. You should just read both of them, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna add them as my Goodreads.
Same.
Yeah, the Kindworth killing, I would put like in the same bucket as this one.
I liked it a lot.
So Sherry said Amanda managed to think things through more clearly, even though she was suffering. Ruth came across more as a victim. Yeah, I agree. Like she wasn't able to come out of it. And then obviously really transformed into doing some bad stuff. So
yeah, because Amanda probably would have had a normal life if she never met her. She was just going to her grief group.
Right.
Yeah, just trying to, she was trying to kill the guy, but other than that, she was
that's true, actually.
She was trying to be a murderer.
She was like almost going to jail.
She was like trying to shoot a guy on a train, but
when you compare her to Ruth, she just seems so well adjusted.
She's fine. She's just going
attempted murder. It's okay.
She just smokes Everett the crap out of this guy. No big deal.
But obviously, he was guilty. So
yeah,
jerk.
I thought that the premise was going to be that the grief group was actually like a front for all of them to like exchange murders as like some type of revenge plot.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy, right?
But it would be crazy interesting.
That would have been really freaking cool. That would have been a really cool twist. Like,
yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting question. So the novel centers on a mother hoping to avenge her daughter and her husband trying to protect his wife. Do you feel the lengths they went to were justified? Why or why not? I mean, obviously, I don't feel like killing anybody is, really the answer, but I could feel more for Amanda, understand why she was trying to do what she did, because the guy wasn't being prosecuted. That,
right.
They were confident that he is the one that killed her daughter.
And several others, right?
Can't remember.
They thought he was like a child predator, like he was preying on other younger children. I mean, I don't think I could ever bring myself to stalk somebody like that and want to actually kill someone like that. But I've never gone through that kind of trauma, so I don't know what it does to you mentally. But I can't imagine grasping that, like losing your husband and your kid. I feel like that could drive anybody to that point.
Yeah. So maybe not justified, but more understandable than
I can see how she got there, but I wouldn't have gone there.
Oh yeah.
But also I don't know. I have 2 kids, and let that happen to one of them and I would probably do the same thing, especially if I knew who it was and that justice wasn't being served. All of my family's gone and I have nothing to lose. I mean, hypothetically, of course, I can see how she got there. I mean, that would literally drive anybody crazy, I think, to just see him walking around normal, no remorse, no punishment, and your husband and your child are gone. You have nothing in the world. And I feel like that would drive anybody either insane or to do, I get it.
Yeah, especially because her husband wasn't even there either, that he had, killed himself. She really had nothing left to lose. So what if she spent her whole life in jail? Like, at least the man who did it would have been gone too. So we've already kind of touched on this, but Scott, probably not super justified. We didn't even know for sure it was the right guy. So maybe a little extreme.
Yeah.
Is that Zola snoring?
Yeah. Sorry if it's really loud. She's like sitting right next to me.
No, I can hear it, but it's super cute.
It is cute.
She's like, I'm so tired, Mom.
I know. She can't just go sleep somewhere. Has to disturb her life. Okay. What
does hamburger mean?
Turn him into one.
Oh.
Yeah. Justified.
Or wood chipper, like Fargo.
I say murder is pretty extreme. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But everything about this book also was extreme.
Yes.
Let's see.
Sorry.
I'm scared.
No, it's funny.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at your question, and I was like, what is she about to ask us?
Laughing at her Zola snoring.
I wish I could just like tune her out.
Yeah, some of them are kind of basic questions, like how thought-provoking did you find this book? Probably not super thought-provoking. So that might fit better for a different novel.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, then did Ruth never have? So Ruth never had a kid or anything. So what was? I just want to know what her deal was. Guess because she had gotten attacked, and then she just started losing it after that. But then she made up the fact that she had a daughter and everything to justify killing, I guess.
Yeah, she just kind of, I think, played into whoever she was trying to
get on her side. Yeah, she had to
get them to like feel for her,
feed a story that they, I guess, would fall for and bait them in.
That is crazy that the lengths that she went to make up a story, create websites for this story. Like she really went
packing up and moving, like every whatever, and all of the stuff is gone. And I mean, that's
what made me think of it. Is I was thinking of Amanda going into the room and seeing the articles about her daughter, and then I was like, wait a minute, she never even had a daughter. Like she really set this whole thing up, the articles and everything, printed them out, set him up, And I was like, this wasn't even real. It's kind of crazy.
And she'd do that multiple times and have like multiple different names and stories and people, right?
At one time, like she's like playing all these people. How do you keep it straight?
Right.
Like, didn't she have like 6 phones or something?
Yes.
I barely know my own name half the time, much less.
I can't stand moving once. Never mind.
See, that would be the kicker. I could never do it because I can't.
Right. You know what? This plan is done.
This plan's over. I have to stay right here. Moving is the worst. She was real motivated to pack up her whole life and move.
You don't have to pack up all her wax.
Could you imagine?
No.
You couldn't have a wax addiction like we do.
Oh God.
Something ever happens to me, I know we talk about it all the time. You guys better fly down here and take this wax before somebody finds it.
I know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. Like everybody come get it before my family.
Like, what?
Finds
the
it
actual.
Like Alexis is dead. I have to leave right the second.
Like, I gotta go. Okay, to the funeral, actually, yes, but also to clean out her house.
You guys will be in my will, just divided evenly.
Yes.
To my wax, I leave.
Bury me with my favorite, like 20 teddy bees, and the rest is everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
But make sure Pacific Northwest winter goes in my.
Oh my God.
Grave.
That should be a tag since we want buried with us for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Listen, at this rate, it's going to have to go with me to the afterlife because finish it all.
There are no breaks in this life.
There are not.
No.
Well, that's all the questions that I have that kind of make sense for this book,
Yeah.
Some of them might fit more for the next book, but I think this was a really great first pick. I don't know how. I think the wedding people. That was.
Yeah.
I think that one has really high reviews, so I'm excited. Hopefully, it's as good as this.
I read that one and it was 5 stars. I absolutely loved that book. It was one of my favorites of last year.
Is it a thriller?
No, it's a literary fiction, and my mom and I both read it and both really liked it. It's really funny. It's sad, but it's good.
Oh, I'm excited to get into it.
It's emotional, but in a good way.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to switch. Like, if not everybody, like Stacy doesn't like thriller, so let's do a non-thriller. Then we can go back and forth and
I love that.
Toggle, so we can get all the different genres.
We probably should have picked some like crappier books though, because if we're starting out with like 2 5 stars, like how are we gonna? I mean, hello.
We just have to look at the Goodread ratings, and those are the only books that we can read. I guess they have to be 4 stars or above.
What's your favorite book that you've ever read, you guys?
Ooh,
and why?
I don't know, to be honest.
That is such a difficult question.
Summer, there's 2 really hard questions you've asked me in life. That one and what's your favorite Teddy B scent?
Okay. Listen, you can just say like one of your favorite books. How about that? What's one of your favorite books and why?
Let me look at my
Goodreads. I love
I'm looking at my Goodreads too. Why would I
Steph?
Saving Noah was one of my favorites, I think.
Oh, I read that because of you. That book messed me up. Oh my God.
I think that's why it was one of my favorites, because I developed empathy for somebody that I never thought I could have empathy for. And it just really makes you think about how there are so many people in this world that live totally different lives than you and how they cope with it and manage it. And it's just like, it puts you in a place where you can't help but feel sorry for somebody. And then at the same time, I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? Why do I feel sorry for this person? Like in real life, if I knew somebody like that, would I feel sorry for them? Maybe not. But the way that the story was written, I got really emotional for the character. And I was like, I never thought I could come to that place. And it just, I don't know, the way it was written, it was just so different from anything I've ever read. And I really liked it.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
That's awesome.
I don't want to give too much away, but it's.
Should I read it?
I think, yeah, I would give it a try. It's
you were gonna say no.
Lucinda Berry.
No, I was gonna say yes. It's a hard book to read.
Okay.
It's
the topic is it's a sensitive subject of what
Yeah.
it's based around.
Okay. I'll
But
look it up.
it's
Oh, I
different.
just read the
it's
description.
about things being done to children,
Yeah.
and if you would feel sorry for the person that did it.
Can't read it. Not right now.
Yeah. No, I get
No.
that. It's not for everybody.
But when you do read it, Steph's right. You're like, you start feeling for the person because
you can't imagine being in that person's.
Yes, it's
because of what was done to the person to make them that way.
Because they're really young.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it's very thought provoking.
Okay,
I'll read it with you, Summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. I put it on once to read on Goodreads, so I would remember it.
It's definitely not for everybody, but it's if you're looking to try something different, and I would recommend it. And I really like Lucinda Berry. I love her writing, so that's why I read it.
I've never heard of her.
I read one other book by her that was okay, but she has so many different books out that I need to try more.
What did you read by her?
I read The Best of Friends.
Did I read that? Yeah, I read that, and Phantom Limb by her I really like too.
Okay.
I only read this one because you recommended it so much.
I like her as a thriller author.
So Green Mile, that one, that's a really good Stephen King.
Yes. Stephen King, like I've never read any of his horror, which is such a hard word for me to say. Horror. Never read any of his books, but I've read like most of the other ones that he's written, just like normal, fiction. And he is an excellent writer.
Yeah, he's great.
I mean, excellent.
Yeah.
So I really want to read one of his books, but I
do like it. This is really hard. I mean, I'm going to pick Harry Potter, and that's cheating, but it's how I feel.
It's not cheating.
Not cheating. If it's a favorite, it's a favorite.
It's my number one. Yeah, that's it. But my favorite thriller of all time is Verity. I've never read a book I liked more than Verity.
Oh, that was really good.
As far
Verity
as
is your favorite thriller?
Yeah. That book, I've read it 3 times. It had a chokehold on me. That book was crazy.
I flew through that one too, and it's so different for Coho. She's like romance.
And probably a recent read, one of Kristen Hanna's books, like The Great Alone or The Nightingale.
Oh, okay.
Both of those have been. But if I had to choose one, it'd be Harry Potter, like hands down. I just feel like when I say Harry Potter, I'm like, that's cheating because of course it's Harry Potter,
No, I love Harry Potter.
You can't pick one?
Of the 7, Prisoner of Azkaban.
I love that one too.
Same.
I love Sirius.
He's my favorite.
Love him so much.
And I love the kind of dark, I mean, I know it's the movie, but kind of the dark academia vibes of that one because they changed the producer of it or whatever. But
is that what happened? Because I totally know what you mean. I never realized they changed the producer.
It's a different person that made the movie. So.
Did anybody else cry when Maggie died?
Oh,
yes.
I was at work. I think I texted you. I was like, how am I supposed to go on with my day?
Get through the day. I was devastated. Like I know her, but I mean, I can sort of do it.
Oh my gosh. Please read Harry Potter if you've never read it.
Yeah, please read it.
It's so, I mean, the movies are really, really good, but there's a lot you're missing. I hope you do because
I need to read them.
You must.
You read them?
No. I read the first 1.5. I'm just not, I was never like, growing up, I was never like a big fantasy person. Like I don't know. Like if it wasn't realistic to me, I couldn't get into it. And I'm still kind of that way. Like Akatar, I really am liking, but it was hard for me at first to like want to read it. So I'm just not a big like fantasy reader. So now that I'm coming around to it, I think I should read them.
Please read them.
Yeah, please do. I was looking through my 5 stars on Goodreads trying to pick a favorite, and I'm having a hard time.
I don't even know either. I asked a question, and I'm like,
you asked a question. You have to answer.
Oh, God.
Did any of you read Dark Matter? That's one of mine.
Yeah, I did.
By Blake Crouch. It's like a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah, he's a really good writer.
I loved it, and I actually felt like the TV adaptation was decent. So if you like to watch after you read something.
I haven't watched it.
Me either.
Okay, it's actually good. I feel like they did add a couple of things, but I feel like it only made it better. So I would recommend it.
Okay.
And then I feel like the other one is basic, but Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like, you can't pry that book out of my hands. Like,
I haven't read it. I need to read that.
I want to.
You haven't read it?
No, that's why I wanted it to be in the book club this month.
it will
I'm like,
Me
literally
too, Summer, we need to read it.
let's read it together.
Oh, I will reread it with you
Yes!
guys.
We can put it back on. So I feel like now that we've had 2 polls, we have a lot of books.
Yeah.
So I kind of was thinking maybe for the next month, just taking some of those and redoing them, you know?
Yeah.
There's so many good ones on there. I don't see why.
Maybe
we
the
could
runner-up.
just read it in between before we read The Wedding People, because so we don't fly through it and forget all the things. We can read it now.
Mm-hmm.
That book is amazing, though.
I've heard she's an amazing author. I've never read anything by her.
Oh,
Wait,
you haven't read
Taylor
Daisy
Jenkins
Jones and
Reid?
the Six?
Okay, she's my favorite author. So
She's coming out with a new one. Did you see
I have it pre-ordered. I cannot wait.
Never read it. Is it Somebody Jenkins Reid?
Taylor Jenkins Reid.
Didn't she do like Where the Crawdads Sing?
No.
Oh, who did that?
Delia Owens.
Delia Owens.
Have y'all read that? I guess yes.
I haven't
read it either.
What?
Okay.
I know. I don't know. I thought that I would love it, and I could
love
not.
it. Have you seen the movie?
No, because I keep telling myself I'm going to read the book, but I feel like I should just watch the movie.
It's really good. I like that a
Is
lot.
it sad?
I think it is going to be sad.
Oh, I can't.
I mean, not super sad. Well,
I'm a Cancer. I will ugly cry.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's about this little girl that essentially gets abandoned by her family, and she lives in like the swamps.
Oh God.
Down south and has to survive. And then you watch her from a young girl trying to survive in this really harsh environment without anybody, and she grows up, and then when she gets older something happens and she's got to deal with that, but she's like the little town outcast. So yeah, it's sad in some ways, but it's really good.
Have y'all read like, what is it called? Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
I read it at
My
5
answer
stars.
is no, I haven't read a lot of books.
I loved Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
You
and Tomorrow.
did?
I did.
Okay, I've never read it, but on TikTok, I feel, or Book Talk, whatever, some people are like obsessed with it, and some people are like, that was so dumb. So I love reading books like that are
I
so.
really liked it.
You did? Okay.
I did. I would say that it went that. Did any of you guys read it?
No.
Alexis, did you? No? Okay, then I won't say that much, but it took a turn that I didn't expect at the end with the plot, but I really liked it. It was very character driven, more slow paced, but I felt like the writing was really good. It was definitely, there was a lot of video game speak. Like, it was about them building a video game, and that was heavy in the plot line. I like video games, but if you're not a big video game person, I could see how some people would be like, that's too much for me.
Okay.
There's a lot of like coding talk and stuff that I didn't understand, but I like the characters, so it was good.
Well, you're selling me on not reading it. I will have to.
No, but that's real. Like, I feel like even for me, I was like, this is a lot of computer game talk.
Yeah, I'm just not a computer video game person, but good to know. I've heard a lot of the good things about that book, though. So, all right, Summer, you have to answer. You asked the question.
I don't know.
She's like, let me ask this, and then everyone else's answer will distract me from having to answer.
Yes, and I'm back to my Goodreads in 2020, and I still don't know.
All right, well, you'll get back to us with that at the next live. You have approximately 30 days to come up with your answer.
Right. A Court of Mist and Fury.
So many different types of books for so many different reasons. I love series. I love fantasy. I love, romance. I love everything. And so just to pick one, it's like picking a favorite child. I can't.
A Court of Mist and Fury. I mean, you can't go wrong there.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Talk about a series I've reread more than any other series, minus Harry Potter, because I read that every year.
I haven't gotten very far. I'm like not. I haven't been.
You're still on the first book.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've never read ACOTAR.
Oh my god, I'm not the only one. Oh my god,
not the only one. I have not read a Sarah J. Maas book yet.
My pearls are
I know.
So
my pearls are clutch.
I'm similar to Steph in that like fantasy can be hard for me. I have to be really in the mood for it, and they take me longer to read than any other book. So sometimes if I want something fast, I'll shy away from them. But all I hear is everyone say like amazing things.
Yeah.
It's really good. I do feel like you have to get through the first one.
Yes.
The first one's good, but it's not the best.
Okay.
That's what sucks about fantasy. The first book is like world building, character building.
Right.
And you're just like, oh my God, just tell me all the things and get over it already. And then it's like the rest of it is amazing. So just get through the first one.
Yeah. Book 2 that's where it's at.
It is on my list to at least read the first ACOTAR book this year. If I just do that, I will be happy.
Yeah.
I love her writing. I think she's amazing.
Yeah, she's great. I cannot imagine having her imagination for her to write like this. And I'm only maybe 65% through the first book, maybe 70, but I'm like, how does she come up with this?
That's how I feel about fantasy in general. Like, that's why I never give a fantasy below 4 stars, because I'm like, just the imagination alone, like, I have to give you credit for that. Like, I would have never thought about that, even if I didn't like it.
Have you read Fourth Wing?
I read Fourth Wing, but literally every day I debate if I'm just going to read spoilers of Iron Flame and Onyx Storm, because I just cannot get myself to read that second book.
I've never read any of them.
Read Iron Flame, so.
You didn't read Iron Flame? Okay. I loved Fourth Wing, but I have literally not seen one single person say that they liked Iron Flame better than Fourth Wing. So I'm like, Fourth Wing I gave 5 stars. I was like, let me just leave it at that. And
I think the second one pissed a lot of people. I haven't read any of them. I have Fourth Wing, the physical book that I have been wanting to read for like however long it's been.
I recommend the first one.
But the second one, it just pissed people off. So that's why I kind of want to wait till they're all done to read them, because I can't stand waiting.
Yeah.
Well, there's supposed to be 5 of them, so it's going to be a while. The 5-book series, yeah.
That's dedication. Right.
Okay.
But the second one, I started reading Iron Flame because I did like Fourth Wing. I didn't love it compared to ACOTAR or Throne of Glass, but I liked it. But the first 100 pages or so of Iron Flame is very war heavy. And I am just not interested in that in fantasy books. I know that's a huge part of fantasy novels, but whenever they get to war scenes, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to move past it. So it was a lot of strategizing and war talk, and I was bored. So I was like, I'm done. I'm just going to wait. And maybe when all 5 books come out, I'll try again.
Okay.
I really debate like just looking up spoilers every day. And then I tell myself, no, you'll read it eventually.
I do like the dragons in Fourth Wing, though.
I do too. Fourth Wing was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like it could end there and I would be happy. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, the baby.
Is your sister on vacation or something?
She's actually in South Africa.
Oh.
She's a chemistry teacher, and she runs this whole she helps run like a group there that they help build wells in third world countries, specifically not third world, but like countries that don't have like established like fresh running water. She helps them build wells to like have access to fresh water. So she took 14 students and they were building like 2 freshwater wells there for them to have.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, she goes like every year.
Very cool.
She's been to Grenada. She's been to South Africa now a couple times.
That is so cool.
Yeah. It's so cool. She said Adam Sandler's like one of their top sponsors. He donates like so much money each year. She said he's a really, really down to earth, like genuine guy, which I could see that.
I just love him so much.
Me too.
Hilarious.
And I feel like I am him a little bit in spirit when I see his outfits. I'm like, that's me. We can't be bothered.
No, absolutely. I dress like Adam Sandler all the time.
Well, that's amazing. Yeah, I want to eventually cave dive with great white sharks. That's definitely on my bucket list.
Oh my God, do it.
In South Africa, they have the great whites that literally shoot out of the water, which is horrifying, but also really intriguing to me. So
that's exactly how I feel about sharks. Like horrifying, but also like so cool.
Yeah.
Like I love sharks, but I'm terrified of them.
Yes.
I don't think I'd want to swim with them.
No. You're very brave for that.
Well, we'll see. I want to though. I totally want to cage dive with a great white.
I'd swim with a hammerhead. I feel like they're so cute, right?
They're docile though. Well,
I would be freaking terrified. I don't think I could do that.
But, you know, they're
docile.
No, they're the chiller sharks.
They're
okay.
Yeah, they're not one of the sharks that attack you as much.
Yeah, it's not like a bull shark that will that live in creeks.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, they found bull sharks up here by me in the Mississippi River.
What?
Yes,
I'm not kidding. They'll swim up the river.
Hard pass.
Yeah,
that's a long way to go from the ocean.
That's bizarre. How'd that happen?
What are they doing up there?
They can swim in like brackish water. They can survive. And so they have gotten into the Mississippi River and they've come upstream. So
wow.
I'm sure there's not many of them. You know what I mean? It's
a lot. I was like, at least based on those documentaries that I was watching recently, it was like I had no idea that so many sharks could live in such a small place. That's all I'll say about the.
Oh my God, I'm shook. Was that recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens a lot with hurricanes and things like that.
Oh, so they're like misplaced, or they're just
they get because of flooding.
Oh! I thought they just
up the ecosystem. Like,
no, because they can survive in salt water and fresh water. So, when things like flood over,
no, they need to go on back to whence they came.
Yeah.
See, I am the crazy one that if a shark's in the water, I would go into the water.
Alexis,
I would.
Okay.
It's the marine biologist in me. I want to see it up close.
I want to see it too, but like
no,
not with my own eyes.
I mean, not a great white. That's a little extreme, but
or just any sharks.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah,
I swam with dolphins, and that was about as adventurous as this mom is going to go. That's enough.
Dolphins are scarier than sharks sometimes.
Their teeth are a little intimidating because they're just like, and their noise, like, but they're cute. They're little. I think they're cute, but no, sharks are a hard pass.
Yeah,
you guys are funny.
How did we get here?
I don't know. I think that's it for the book, though. I think it was a winner.
Yeah,
covered all the topics.
We covered all the topics from the book to Harry Potter to sharks. So
did you hear from Ashley? I hope she's all right.
She texted me. She couldn't make it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dolphins are sexual predators. Stop.
Yeah, I wasn't going to get into it, but I'm glad someone else said it.
I need to know more. Somebody say something. Tell me.
Oh
I mean that's about accurate.
Dolphins
swim with the sexual predator
for mating. They have sex for pleasure, like humans, right? And they've been known to do stuff to people or to take animals underwater. And all
that's what I said. They're scarier than
I'm not kidding.
Demons.
Dolphins are my favorite animal. I'll hear no bad dolphin talk.
Sorry, no dolphin slander. They're just a little bit out there.
All right, maybe for April we'll read a good informational book on dolphins.
Yeah.
Like,
if you went your whole life not knowing this so far, I'm so sorry to be one of the people to have to tell you. Honestly,
I didn't. I'm over here like devastated.
Yeah,
Summer, go look at the TikToks of the dolphins like humping people.
Yeah.
And
oh my God! Wait, I'm gonna have to look this up. This is crazy.
I'm not kidding. I don't know how we got here, but
I'm just glad that someone else said it before me because I was gonna let the dolphins skate by.
I'm horrified. Oh my God, I love dolphins.
But I love dolphins. They're my favorite. So.
Well, not anymore. Oh
my God. Wow.
Amanda, you ruined my life. And Stephanie, you guys.
You didn't get humped by one. You're fine.
I mean, no, but I didn't know that was a thing, or else I would have been on my guard at the beach. Back away. No means no.
Like,
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, next time I see one, I'm going to be like, back away, kids. You never know.
Back away, you pervert.
Dolphins in these
I
streets.
don't think dolphins have ever attacked anybody in the wild. I mean,
No, I can't see that.
yeah,
Oh,
I think
Okay.
you'll be okay. Don't worry. I think your chances are slim.
Hopefully they don't find me attractive. Okay.
I think it's honestly more other animals. It's just it has
Yes, it
happened
has
with people.
That's crazy.
Steph looks so alarmed. Steph,
Believe this.
process.
It's the last thing I expected to hear tonight.
It's like we're talking
like a
about reading
nightmare
Harry
fuel.
Potter and then we're,
I
going
guess that's a thriller fact, but like, came out of left field, but I'm here for it. You never know what's going to happen on these lives.
I was gonna say, what do you expect with us? We just,
Also, just real quick, because I'm going to be Googling this immediately after this live is over. If I die, not only take my wax, delete my search history. Please, God, somebody.
It is such a strange thing to Google.
I mean, they're going to put me on a list. Like, oh, what is she looking up? Dolphin sexual predators.
They're going to take your children away.
Yeah.
CPS will be called.
Yeah, you're going to see me on the news tomorrow night.
Oh my God.
Oh my
We'll
God.
make sure. Well, take your wax, clean out your phone history. You'll be
Yes, you're in charge.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I think I can get you in like 6 hours. So I think I could.
Okay, perfect. I'll try to give you a heads up if I'm in danger.
If you think you're gonna die, let me know and I'll start driving your way.
If you had to choose one marine species, like your favorite?
Your favorite?
No longer dolphins.
Dolphins are my favorite for sure. So
I like sea turtles.
jellyfish.
Me too. Sea turtles.
and I love whales, orca
Octopus.
whales.
Those are
Mhm.
cute.
Oh, have you read the Remarkably Bright Creature book?
Oh my God.
No,
I've heard it's good.
it concerns me in a way. Like it just
Really?
like something about it just is it seems I don't understand. I think that it's like a pretty metaphorical book, right?
I don't
Did
know.
you read it?
No, I just know
Okay.
it has to do with an octopus in an aquarium, and it has some sort of relationship, like friendship with the caretaker or something.
Concerning.
Concerning?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm on high alert with
I
these
just
sea
read
animals
I
now,
read
okay?
the description and just remember being like, huh? Same with Shark Heart. I was like, what is this?
What are these books you guys are reading and how are you
Shark Heart
finding
is
them?
about a man that turns into a great white shark after marrying his wife.
Say it again.
Haven't you seen that book with the flower cover of the shark called Shark Heart? It was
No.
so popular and like
Oh, yes. It's like a
2023.
green book.
Yes.
I have seen it. I haven't read it
Yes.
though.
It's about I need to look this up on Goodreads because y'all are making me feel crazy, but I know that that's what the book is about.
No, I've never read the book.
I
Shark
have-
Heart, a love story? It's
Yes.
called-
Yeah, a few weeks
I'm
after
not
the
adding
wedding,
it to my
Lewis
TBR.
receives a diagnosis. He will retain most of his consciousness, memories, and intellect, but his physical body will gradually turn into a great white shark.
Okay, honestly, that sounds kind of cool.
I was gonna say, Alexis, this is.
I actually kind of like that
Alex.
idea.
Huh.
I really like books about, since my background's in marine biology, I'm very intrigued about that. I mean, that's a stretch, but that's interesting.
I think that's the one that I was thinking about when I was saying it's like metaphorical, not remarkably bright creatures. Because I was talking about somebody who read it and they were saying that it's all a metaphor for something, but I'm not sure what.
Okay, now I have to read it. I'm intrigued now. I
Yeah.
am going to add it to my TBR, actually. Let me
But
look at
Remarkably Bright
I was
Creatures
like,
is about an
like
octopus?
April book.
Yeah.
No, not that one. Shark Heart.
Yeah, but the other one's about an octopus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Never heard of either one.
Okay.
But yeah, what was that book I asked you guys if you had read and you were like, no, I've never heard of it. And I was like, everybody loved it. And I read it and I was just like, what is this? Pyrenees or Pyrenees? Have you read that?
I've seen that cover, but I've never read it.
Has anybody in the comments read that book? Because it was so hyped and I was so excited for it. And I remember reading it and I'm like, what in the actual, like, I don't even understand anything of what I've read, like, at all. I felt really dumb.
I remember you saying that name, but in a text, but I've never read it. Okay, well, we went off the deep end, so.
Literally.
Okay.
Well, this was so much fun. Thank you, Stephanie, for a great recommendation. I love this book so much, so it was a good first month. Thank you, ladies, for being here, and thank you guys for reading the book and joining the live and hanging out.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So thank you guys.
Everybody give Alexis a like for hosting.
Thanks.
Yes.
We'll see you in a month. The next live is exactly a month from today. It's March 21st, and it's for the wedding people. So for those of you that didn't like the thriller, we'll change it up a little bit. So
I'm so excited because Stephanie said it was 5 stars.
Yeah, like one of my favorites from last year. I can't wait to talk about that one.
Are you going to reread it?
I think I am going to reread it because I want to annotate a copy and give it to my mom because we read the book together, like for Mother's Day gift or something like that. So I've been meaning to reread it.
Perfect timing, kind of refreshing you, and then right before Mother's Day. So
yes, so sweet. Well, a thoughtful gift.
Yes,
that's okay for the derailment. It was fun.
We were here for it.
Yes. All right. Well, have a good night, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for a bit.
Bye,
everyone.